Within the last 1 month, I was trading in March. Let's start from there. Hello?
Yeah, so I didn't get the question, sorry.
Yeah, I was asking how I was trading in March. Anyone has any special challenge they faced or any question? And of course, don't be shy in asking questions, right?
So
No matter
I have
how,
a question.
yeah.
First of all, I'm grateful to God, and the month of March was actually good for me. But the
Cool.
question I want to ask was, sir.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so I noticed something. I trade. I'm mostly a price action trader, and I've been mixing some indicators mostly nowadays. Sure. The thing is, one day in the month of March, I can't remember if it was 16th or 17th. I checked was it RON USDC, and the indicator I used was MACD.
Okay.
Sir, hello, sir.
Yeah.
So on the weekly time frame of MACD, we were supposed to have a death cross. It was the MACD line was about to cross the signal line, but when RSI too was about to cross the central line, and when I checked the smaller time frame, that's the daily time frame now, it wasn't the same as the weekly time frame. The daily time frame shows the opposite of the weekly time frame, and so did the 4 hours. So I wanted to ask if we should always consider the higher time frame whenever we're trying to make a trading decision.
Yeah, I think you should, not I think always consider the higher time frame. Of course, it also depends on what you're trying to achieve, right? What your goals are at the end of the month, right? So, are you trying to achieve 100% capital returns at the end of the month, or 50%, or so? But majorly, just consider the higher time frame.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, boss. Anyone else faced any difficulty within the last 30 days trading? Someone is joining us for the first time, Hillary. So welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I think everyone had a great month. So the last 30 days for us was actually good, right? Of course we don't pull all our funds from back in one account. Some account did 20%. Some account did 20% plus. Some did just 8%. Some did 15. Right. Okay. I think I can show you the account that did the smallest ROI. Let me see if I can show us. This account did the smallest account, and
So
I've never doubled my account in 1 month within the last 3 years. Not because I can't, but because I don't attempt to. I don't try to. My target in a month is between 8 between 8 to 20%. You can see I still have some trades that are yet to close. It's between 8 to 20%. That's my target. That's my target for the month. So I don't attempt to try to double my account. Like I don't do that. So this account actually made the smallest profit out of all our accounts within the last 30 days. It did just 8%. It did just 8%. Why the rest did 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Are you trying to present something that you're not seeing where you're presenting at all?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sure you can see now.
Yes, we can see.
So this account did just 8% profit, as you can see. The daily cumulative profits and loss is $185. Then cumulative profit and loss is $4,381. The cumulative profit and loss in terms of percentage is 8.6321. Why the starting date for the mark is 3rd of March, between 3rd of March and 31st of March. Right, so 8%. Now, this obviously is bigger than. Okay, I recently went to the bank, because if you've ever listened to Rich Dad Poor Dad, right, or you've listened to most billionaires, you notice that they make money by borrowing money. They don't use their money for anything. And banks' interest rates is between maximum of 2.5% a month to as low as 0.1% a month. So I went recently to ask the bank, hey, how is your interest rate like? 2.5. Now, assuming the money in this account was a loan at maximum of 2.5% a month, I've already made, like, let's assume I took the loan for 1 month. For 1 year, I've already made profits that should cover at least 4 to 5 months.
4 months.
4 months. It's true. 4 months. 4 months, exactly. Either 4.5 months, or let's say 4 months. Then that's a 1 month made profit of. That means in like 3 months we should make what is enough. What am I saying? In 2 months we should make. Wait, who went to school here? In 3 months, yeah. In 3 months we should make what is enough to cover the loan from the bank. Then in
3 months.
In 3 months, yeah. Then in the remaining month of the year, which is 12 minus 3 is 9, I guess. 9 times, let's say we're even shooting just for 0.05%. We'll be able to have like 45% at the end of the month. So if the loan you took was, let's say 100 million, at the end of that loan tenor from the bank, you should go home with at least $45 million. That is if you're getting just 5%. If you're making just 5% instead of 8%. Now, I told you this account, out of all our accounts, did the smallest. And we were able to achieve 8% despite the fact that we don't trade every day. As a trader, I've been trading for many years, right? I have discovered that a trader shouldn't trade every day. You shouldn't trade every day, right? You should have some cool-off period. And we don't trade every coin. We have some specific coins we trade, which we always give to you guys in the group. And we don't do pump and dump. Even though I know it's very easy to do pump and dump. Let me explain what pump and dump is, just in case we don't know what pump and dump is. Here's how it works. So what they do is, crypto influencers, right, that are traders, will create a cryptocurrency, an ERC20 coin. It's very easy. You can do it within 5 minutes or 3 minutes. And then they will team up with their fellow traders around the world and create this cryptocurrency. Highest they will spend is $100 to create a cryptocurrency. Then they'll get it listed on an exchange with like $1,000. The highest, each of them will contribute like $100 to get it done. Get it listed on an exchange. Now, because they are crypto influencers and they have community of people that subscribe to their channel or trading this thing, they are not buying the cryptocurrencies. The influencers are not buying the cryptocurrencies because they created it, they have it. So they will now place sell orders from $1 to like $20, and then each of them will have 500,000 units of the coin. Now imagine they do this 5 times a year, and then as if they will now post the signal, go and buy this coin. And then they have these different traders have 1 million people around the world. This community has 100,000, this other community has 2,000, 5,000, and the community buys the coin. What the community is buying is their buy order. The community is buying their sell order. That's what the community is buying. And then they will dump the coin on them. So that's called pump and dump. I've known about it since 2016, but I don't do it because it's a criminal offense, and most of us here are going to be so big to the point that we might have our own trading community. Try as much as you can to not get involved in that, because it might pay you right for a moment, but at the end of the day, regulation is not in this part of the world right now. So at the end of the day, if it is discovered that, hey, so and so people created this coin, they pumped it, they pumped this one, they pumped this one, they pumped this one, and they now trace who created it, you might be in jail for life. So try as much as you can to avoid such, and it's very easy to discover pump and dump, right? So what I'm trying to say in the next sense is that even though these results, as far as I'm concerned, is poor, it's still good when it comes to the normal world, right? If you're doing it, when banks give you interest rate, in fact, just use the remaining time of this day, right, to check how much interest banks charge from their customers. The maximum you see is 30% in a whole year. Now, if you're doing 8% like we just did, times 12 months, you should be sitting at 96% at the end of the year. 96% on 10 million naira. It's a handful load of profit. But where you're going to have issues is if you're trying to become rich overnight, where you're trading any coin you see. So I usually tell people that the fact that a cryptocurrency is in the market doesn't mean it's good. And also the fact that cryptocurrency is in the top 20 or top 10 doesn't also mean that cryptocurrency is also good for the long term. Because except you're trading your own personal money, then feel free to trade whatever you want to trade. Anything you see in the market, you trade. But if you're trading for people or on behalf of a company, someone else, please try as much as you can to be extremely disciplined. If you notice the signals we send, we have a specific number. It's just recently we added some new coins that we're trading, right? And we don't, like I said, I've doubled my account several times. That was during my early days when I was learning how to trade, right? But now I don't attempt to double my account, not because I can't, but because I work with some principles, right? So this is what is possible. I told you the other accounts did about 25%. Hold on, let me check something.
Okay, sir. So I was saying that I listened to everything you said earlier, and you said something that caught my attention the most. You said if a person is trading for himself, or for a trading company or for anything, the person should be careful as to the risks the person is taking. That's the person should have a limit, not try to double the account overnight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the question I'm asking now is, if it's a person, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so if it's a personal account, right, and it's a small personal account, say about let's say $100.
Yeah.
Now, if this person can consistently do an ROI of, let's say, a minimum of 30% every month, is that being too greedy?
It's not being too greedy, right? If it's your personal money, right, you can do whatever you want with it. But I usually tell people not to push for 30% also. Stay between, like I said earlier, I've done 100% of my capital before during the early days. I've done it like 2-3 times, right? 2-3 times, but now I don't even push for 100% anymore. I push for maximum of 20, because here's why. If you're trying to make 30%, every month of your capital.